As Amartya Sen describes in Capability and Well-Being, a healthy and fulfilling life is determined by having a range of capabilities, which are an individual's ability to have the freedom of choice for their states of being or functionings. So a capability could be whether a person has the means or choice to achieve a nutritious diet or starve, but a lack of capability would mean they are bound to hunger. Functionings are states of being like having good health or feeling confident in society.
We argue that the best tool to measure poverty involves one that considers incorporating the SPM and an approach to measuring capabilities. This will combine the threshold of the SPM, an FCSU budget with added spending money, with capability programs specializing into three categories: physical, mental, and societal. Each area has its own respective focus that is inspired by Nussbaum's list of core capabilities. For instance, physical capabilities concerns life, bodily health, and general physical safety. Mental capabilities would include general soundness of mind and the ability to express emotions, pass good judgments, and enjoy leisure with self-awareness and having the access to education. Societal capabilities would focus on enabling a person to feel dignified and equal to others, not ashamed when interacting in public. It would also emphasize a respectful relationship between humanity and the environment, where people are able to contribute to society in a meaningful way.
To provide for such capabilities, the government can create programs or allocate funding to various projects. Examples may include providing free early primary and secondary education, offering free or economically friendly healthcare, therapy, and emergency service, and available safe transportation services in rural and urban areas. Additionally, the implementation of diversity programs and political workshops would facilitate the capacity for people to foster their own ideas and would be the core component in social capabilities. Measuring these different areas will vary. For physical capabilities, fitness assessments such as PACER tests will allow us to see if results which fall under set expectations are due to health or nutritional issues. With mental capabilities, standardized testing across core subjects like math or science will provide data to show where students are in reference to each other. Scores below par will signify regions of school systems who need educational assistance, funding, or resources. Whatever the possible proxies may be, ensuring that capabilities are considered in our measurement of poverty helps detail it as the complex social issue that it is.
Some may argue that the success of the OPM lies in the fact that it is an absolute poverty measure, in that it simply defines poverty as not having the minimum funds to survive. The OPM works because it is generally accepted through the logic that there is some amount of money required for basic survival, and people who make less than that will experience poverty in the OPM point of view. However, this argument can be an example of the fallacy of measurement. A fallacy of measurement occurs when, as Martha Nussbaum describes, is the noting that a certain thing is easy to measure has become assumed as the most pertinent or most central thing. Just because the incomes of families are easy to measure, after all, it is just the gathering of data and the trends of a graph, doesn't necessarily mean it should be solely the focal point of the poverty definition. In reference to John Iceland, the main disadvantage of absolute poverty measures is that, as standards of living change, generally so do people's perception of what poverty means. Because of these changing perceptions of poverty, the measurement of poverty should change with it, within reason, resources, and time. The way a tool measures poverty tells us how the tool itself defines poverty. In the case of the OPM, because it uses income thresholds as a means of measurement, it defines poverty as income deprivation. Our approach to measuring poverty in using the SPM threshold in tandem with our consideration of physical, mental, and societal capabilities illustrates how we see poverty as a multifaceted social issue that includes valuing the FCSU with enough room to address social needs, access to education, and the general well-being. In her interview, Nussbaum remarks that there are so many components that affect the quality of human life. Her list of core capabilities are set up to provide the components that will increase the quality of human life. Granted, these capabilities cost money, but in our understanding that poverty is the inability for a person to live a comfortable lifestyle that she feels is in her control, money is not the object of desire or the end goal. Rather, money is the means to afford the capabilities that allow one to feel like she has the freedom to have a dignified life of some standard, whether money is indirectly or directly involved.
Created using Powtoon.